Hello guys, this is Africa, Kenya. If you have never walked to Africa, Kenya, please, you're most welcome to Kenya. Kenya is the sweetest place to be, and welcome again to my channel. Hi everybody, wherever you're watching from, America, Asia, Dubai, Uganda, Nigeria, Pakistan, Russia. This is your lady Liz Wanda. So welcome again to my channel. It's been a while since I posted to my channel, so I hope this video I'm going to to highlight will give you some humor to love Africa more. So today, this is the outfit of the day. It's very hot, I'm sweaty. Don't worry about my oily face because it's very hot. This is the coastal region of Kenya, and I'm privileged to be here. I'm adapting to different weather. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm, but today it's very hot. It rushes to even 48 degrees Celsius. And the time now is exactly 14:27 p.m. It's afternoon in Kenya. I know we have people who are sleeping right now. There's difference of time. So it's afternoon, and I thank you so much for following me up. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscription button and ring the bell, and even comment and share. Help Liz Wanda to grow. So thank you so much, and I welcome you now to my YouTube channel. Now welcome to the farm that I visited while I was in the coastal region of Kenya. And this, you can see from the look of the plantations, it's very dry. There's no enough water because the place is semi-arid desert. So the caretaker of this farm tried to plant maize. Actually, it's a 50-acre land, and the caretaker tried to plant some maize. But you see, from the look of the plantations and the farm, the maize is not very healthy because it's on a semi-arid place. And we were a team. I had my sister, we had the driver of the car, and we had another person behind me. I was busy taking the video because you see, this is the driver of the car, and the place is very dry from the look. Now here we saw a cactus in the farm. I remember these fruits are eaten. I remember in the Asian countries they really consider it. Now in our tour to this piece of land, I managed to sneak a photo of this homestead. This is the caretaker that is taking care of this 50-acre land here. And you see, I saw this small foldable chair that has been thrown. They have a lot of firewood. I walked through the compound, and I was somehow scared because the other group of the people had left to a distant place to pluck some maize. So I walked keenly and carefully to the homestead. I saw some babies of the goats, and this is how they are living. Imagine, this is where the goats sleep. There is no cow dung on the walls. It was just a shattered shanty where the goats are kept, and it is locked. You can see a padlock there. And when I moved around again, I saw this is the main house now. That is the main house for the homestead. And I walked through the compound. I saw this structure. I don't know what is meant. It's a tire. I don't know what they have kept inside there. And it was scary because it was so lonely. There's no neighborhood around. It's quite a distance from the neighbor to this place. So this guy stays alone. I walked through behind the house. The compound is not fenced. It has a lot of shrubs around it, and a lot of bushes, and I think even sometimes they are visited by snakes. So you see guys, the place was very, very bushy. I saw some pumpkin leaves there, and behind the house there is no formality of a compound. It's just like you build on an open place. And there's this indigenous tree growing here. And I came back again and I looked around. I found that they have a resting place behind the house. You see, this is a structure for the goats, and these other ones, you see, the place is very bushy. And I walked around carefully and looking left, right, center for my security, because the other team had left and I was all alone in this compound. This is now the kitchen. I think it's the kitchen because it has 2 rooms. The outer part is open and the other half of the house is closed. And I saw she had chicken. They have chicken, and this is where they sit when they are getting their food. And I looked around. I was doing my survey slowly. Those are the chicken, and this is the kitchen now. You see, there's no mud. The wall is open, and the other half of the house is closed. So I was hurriedly taking this video because I was scared. This is the car that brought us to the farm, and this is another chair made locally in the bushes. And I noticed that he had a pond here. This is the pond where their cows drink water from. But the color of the water was so terrifying because they would even get leeches from this pond of water because it's stagnant. So I walked around. This is the car that we were cruising to the farm, and I was all alone doing my discoveries here. Now here, I noticed he has a shed where the cows sleep. I didn't know he had a very big span of cows, like I saw later in the video. So guys, this is where the cows sleep, and this is the gate now. This is where they enter from. Have you seen this tree that is cut and dry? This is now the lock for the gate where the cows sleep. And from the diaphragm of the area of that point tells you that he has a lot of cows in his homestead, because the area of that part is very wide. So I kept doing looking around, wondering how the cows would just sleep without a good permanent fence. They live a nomadic life, and they really enjoy. They are stress-free. There is no shop around. There is no hospital around. There is no market around. There is no school around. You can imagine, this is a nomadic life. And it's just a vast of land. You can see from the edge of the video, there are no houses. This is just a couple staying in the midst of nowhere, and they enjoy sitting here. But the secret of this homestead is that they have a lot of cows, and they have a place to graze their cows. And you see, that's the edge of the mountain, and it's very far from the point where we were standing from, where we had parked the car from. So guys, Kenya has a lot of land, a lot of free space that you can just pitch a tent and start up a family. So guys, this is the vehicle we used, and this is the gate to the place where his cattle sleep. And I really wondered to see that it doesn't have a permanent fence. It's just bushes all around. And that middle part, you cannot see grass, is where the cows sleep. So this is his compound. And here, my team brought about the small green maize. They had maize in another distant farm. So the driver that we were working with, we gathered some firewood, we had a matchbox, and we just started roasting maize in somebody's compound. You see how healthy the maize is? I think this one is planted where there is water. It can access some river water, because I saw a river passing through. So in the compound here, we just picked some firewood and the maize cobs that they had used in this compound. The owners were not there. We just took this duty on our hands. We started lighting the fire. Now you see it's lighting. Yes, there was even charcoal, some pieces of charcoal. So we gathered the charcoal, we placed on top of this fire. That's the driver now. That's Ambrose. And he lit the fire very well, and he started now roasting the maize. We roasted the maize. You see now it's arranged on top of the firewood. It's arranged on top of the firewood. And now the smoke, you can see the beauty of Africa cooking with firewood. You can see a stream of smoke going up in the air. It was windy, but not so much windy, as the driver is confidently doing the roasting of maize. And the other team of my people who are sitting aside. So these are the maize cobs that are very dry. They have a plenty of firewood. This is a homestead whereby when you are told to cook, you have no doubt. This is charcoal. It was not well done, but it can do some cooking. So you see our maize is roasting slowly by slowly, no hurry. We sat waiting for the owners of the compound. We did it just by ourselves. You see I'm throwing the maize cobs to the fireplace so that it does a big fire for the maize to get roasted immediately and hurriedly, because the owners of the home were not home. So the homeowners were not home, and we roasted the maize. You see, guys, how the fire was lighting, and I just loved how smoke was escaping from the fire. That's why I followed it, the way it was escaping, and the bushes. We didn't mind if there was a snake around. The moment you light a fire and it smells some smoke, then you'll not see a snake again. They tend to revert to their comfort zones. So that is smoke, guys. And I'm taking this right from the behind view of the home. And all these are bushes, guys. There's no neighbor around, no anybody, no house, no school, no shop, no anything. And you see, guys, smoke is high up in the air, and smoke is going up in the air. The maize is roasting slowly. The driver knows really how to roast. And this is their table. This is where they eat their food from. Remember I told you in the intro that this is the coastal region of Kenya, and it's very hot. So you see we had carried some bottled water, at least to keep ourselves hydrated. This is the maize. The fire is so lit that you admire to continue. Now, here we had the maize now getting ready for us. You see from a distance, there is maize getting ready. And yeah, that is maize. Now, this was our table. The jerrycan is very dirty, but you see, any maize that got ready, we placed on this kind of a jerrycan, because we didn't have any plate with us, no water, no anything. That's the driver now eating and tasting. It was very yummy and very fresh. That's the chicken in this homestead. It was coming to bite some maize. I chased it away. Chicken in Africa are very sweet, especially these kienyeji ones. Kienyeji means local ones. So now you see now, guys, this is the herds of cattle for this owner of the home. This is now the mama who came. She found us roasting maize, and she was like, what? Today I have received visitors. Though she was not angry, because she's the caretaker of the 50-acre land we came to see. All these are her cows, and there are others around the car over there. He has a very large herds of cattle ranging to 60. I think they are 60, and they are very healthy. They are so big. We just loved the way this guy has a lot of cattle. And those are the chairs you see. And these are now the goats. He has goats, he has cows, he has hens, he has sheep. And the compound is lively. He has dogs. The dogs are normally taken to the farm and they are tied somewhere with a lot of milk, with a lot of food, so that they watch over snakes and monkeys which come to eat the maize. So these are his dogs, and it's moving around. That's our car. This is the homestead. Now the dogs were given some food to eat and they were very okay with the food that they were provided to. Now, I enjoyed to be in this place because I would see a lot of difference from where we stay. A man owning over 60 cows, herds of cattle. Now the cattle have been pushed into their sleeping place. That's where they stay. You can see all this is cattle. So guys, keep subscribing to my channel. This is your girl, Liz Wanda. Bye-bye.